Hey everybody, got the Spittin' Seeds team here. Got me, Beeb, got my two other guys, Beard and Flem here, and most importantly, we got your SEC Pitcher of the Year, first team All-American, Chase Dollander. Welcome to the team, man. We're happy to have you on here and chat a little ball. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you guys?
Man, better than I deserve now that you're on here chatting with me, man. So, man, you got a pretty big deal coming up this weekend. Regionals starting off. Alabama State winning conference. Campbell and Georgia Tech, man. I mean, that's a lot of offensive firepower. I know us as well as the rest of the country are looking forward to watching you guys get out there and have at it.
Yeah, for sure. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I can tell you right now, being in Lindsey Nelson with those guys, it's gonna be a lot of home runs, but hopefully us as a staff can limit them as much as we can.
Oh yeah, we're definitely curious about it, man. We talked about it in our last pod. I mean, the way the ball just flies out of Lindsey Nelson with the way the wind swirls, man. It's going to be exciting. 3 of the top 10 home run hitting teams. I mean, that's selection committee wasn't trying to do you any favors with that, but
not at all. But I mean, we just got to keep doing what we're doing. I think we'll be all right.
Oh yeah, for sure. So, really quick, wanted to start it off. You had an interview coming up just to set the table for the regionals, and you had a question that kind of intrigued me, talking about the transfer portal. So, figured that'd be a good place to start since it was the beginning of your career. You had mentioned that the transfer portal was a blessing in disguise, obviously, after the success that you had with Tennessee in your first season. You went in not knowing what was going to happen. You just kind of had to jump in, make the decision, and Tennessee was the best decision you had ever made. What actually led you to taking the plunge into the portal, and what other teams were you potentially considering outside of Tennessee?
To be honest, what made me want to go into the portal was not so much, like coaching or anything. It was more like I wanted to develop myself, and for me to go as far as I can in my career. And I just felt like it was the best move for me to transfer after talking with my family and friends and stuff like that. My advisors, they all told me, you're going to have a pretty long career, so let's go ahead and like get the development going. And so that's kind of what made me hit the portal. But what made me choose Tennessee over anything else was just how it felt like family when I was here. Coach V and Coach A both were super welcoming, and it felt like I could have a conversation with them about anything. And then, I mean, you can't really turn down the resume that Coach A has built for himself. I mean, he has almost 50 guys that he's coached that are playing in the MLB or have played in the MLB, and he just knows how to develop guys. I mean, you see Garrett Crochet, he came in throwing 84, and now he's up to 102. So
yeah,
you can't really turn down something like that.
No, man, that's tough. Yeah, I mean, Coach A obviously exemplary for a lot of guys. I mean, just like you said, his resume speaks for itself. I know you said in the past, Coach Q has meant a lot to you as well, even though he's not with us anymore.
Yeah.
Obviously, the way some of these guys are jacked up for the Vols, definitely he had some part to play in that too.
Yeah, sure.
With what you said about Coach A, then, who actually has been the biggest influence on you to this point in your career, baseball or otherwise?
In my entire career, I would have to probably say my older brother, Hunter. He's me and him have always had this competitiveness within each other, and every time he has an outing, I text him and be like, "Yo, why'd you suck?" And I mean, he didn't really suck or anything, but I just text him like, "Yo, like, what are you doing? Why'd you go up the hit or something?" Just trying to mess around with them. But then we really talk and we just kind of help each other out. And I mean, he does the exact same thing to me. When I forget what outing it was. It might have been Georgia, but I think it was a home run that I gave up. He texted me and goes, "Yo, like, what was that about?" I'm just like, I mean, come on. But yeah, I'd really have to say my older brother. He's inspired me more than I can ever imagine, just because of how hard he works and what he's been able to do with his career.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. I mean, Flem, I know you've been eager to jump in here and talk to Chase. What do you got for him?
Yeah, so fill us in on the black jersey situation that happened down in Hoover. Trey Lipscomb's trotting out, and you're 11. What went down?
So there's a little speculation that during the night or something, because I think we got home late that night. The jerseys were laid out in our conference room that we had, and the next morning some of them were missing, and just happened to be Jordan Beck's and Trey Lipscomb's. I was like, somebody probably stole them, was trying to make a little buck off them. But but yeah, so I got to the field and I had my jersey in my bag, and Trey looks at me and goes, "Yo, you got your jersey?" I was like, "Yeah." He goes, "Can I wear it?" I was like, "Sure." Here you go. Yeah, that's kind of how that went down.
I can neither confirm nor deny that it was me that stole them. You two, please don't send the SWAT team after me.
I was about to say, you better watch out. They're after you.
All right. Well, we have I'm a season ticket holder at UT. Last year, my seats got changed to kind of down the right field line, and met a bunch of good people. And we told them we were bringing you on. They had a question they wanted to ask. It's a bunch of women. They wanted to know, how you keep your hair so bouncy, and what kind of conditioner you use.
What's funny is I don't use any conditioner or anything. I just use a little shampoo.
That's all natural.
It's all natural. Yeah, it just flows out the hat like this. It's hard to explain just because it's so thick, and I don't use any product really except when I'm not wearing a hat, because it just kind of poofs up and just gets all crazy. But yeah, I don't use any conditioner or anything like that.
All right. And let's see. How often does Drew hang that home run he hit off you last year over your head? Is that a topic of conversation in the clubhouse very often, or?
During the fall, it came up pretty often. I'd have to say it was probably at least once a week. And then I got him back in the fall though, and so it's kind of like a two-way thing. He gives it to me, then I give it right back. But it's been a little bit since he gave it to me. I'm sure if he listens to this, he'll say it again.
Expect it probably next week.
Yeah, he likes giving it to me, so it's kind of funny.
Nothing wrong with that. What's like the camaraderie like on the team right now? I mean, you guys are having a unbelievable season. It's a lot of firsts for Tennessee baseball, and kind of what's it like in the clubhouse from day in, day out?
Yeah, I mean, the clubhouse relationships are great. You see teams and you think that they're going to be really cliquey and have different groups of people that go and do stuff with each other. But this team, I feel like we're all one, and we're all playing for the same goal. We're all doing the same thing. I mean, you guys saw most people dogpile and stuff during SEC championship, but we just kind of did our own little thing, danced, and was like, all right, let's refocus. It's time to shift our focus to the regional. And so, I mean, that's exactly what we did. But yeah, the relationships among the team are great. We all pick each other up. We all do whatever we can for each other. But yeah.
Who's like the clubhouse joker? Who's the guy who's always pranking people?
Joker. I'd either have to say Drew Gilbert, or Seth Halverson.
Seth, okay. That's a name we've all forgotten about with his injury.
Yeah.
We did get to see some video of him dancing out on the mound earlier.
Exactly. That's an example of it right there. I mean, that dude loves to have fun, and he sure knows how to show it too.
Nice. So, I mean, you were talking about a little bit of trash talking with Gilly there. It came up with Kirby when we got to talk with him earlier this year. You guys playing a little 27 outs. So, I mean, pitchers versus the starting lineup, man. Who's going to end up winning there?
I want to say pitchers, but I just don't think that's going to happen. You have our starting lineup, who has been shown that they're one of the best in the league or in the nation. And then, we have to face their pitching. And I mean, when we were in Hoover right before we played maybe Kentucky, we had a little contest like that, and the pitchers could not hit whatsoever. So it was just kind of funny to think about that, because we constantly argue about it, but I'm just like, the hitters are winning that no matter what. I mean, Gilby used to pitch himself, and he's pretty dang good at it. So, I mean, this kind of shut us down right there.
I'm not going to lie.
A 0 ERA last year.
You said what?
So Gilly actually had a 0.0 ERA last year, about 9 innings thrown. So yeah, I think you might be in a dogfight.
Yeah.
So you're saying you're not going to ask Coach to let you out there to take some Big Daddy hacks in one of these games, are you?
Oh, I'm not saying that. I'll go do it, but I can't promise you anything. I'm not afraid.
Yeah, Kirby was saying you guys just swing out of your shoes every chance you get in BP.
Oh yeah. We don't do anything but shoot for the fences. So,
Matt, what you got for Chase?
Well, we already gave you a hard time before we got on here. Well done against my Tigers, and kind of expounding on that. What was your mindset going into a game like that? Because it's one of the better lineups, not only in the league but in the country. So, was there a different level of preparation, game plan? What was that mindset going into that game?
Honestly, I just kept everything the same that I have been all season. I've seen success with my routine and my mindset and my mentality, facing good hitters all around the country, and so I just kind of kept the same thing. Having Dylan Cruz come off for the first at bat of the game was kind of crazy. I didn't expect him to be hitting leadoff, but I don't really look at the roster or anything before I go in. I know who they have. Obviously, They have Cruz. They have a whole bunch of different guys, but yeah, it just kind of kept everything the same. Didn't really change much. Obviously, the little time delay kind of got to me, so I had to drink a little bit of energy, but yeah, I didn't change anything. Kept everything the same. Was just able to pound the zone like I normally do.
It was fun to watch. I hated that it happened against us, but it was fun to watch. I mean, Ty kind of battled you back there after the first inning. Yeah. You guys played 2 straight games late into the night, early morning. What's that like? Do you guys go straight to bed? Are you able to go straight to bed after coming in as late as you are, or how does that work?
So for me, after I got done pitching, I went up and ate, and then I got really tired. But then as soon as I hit my bed, I think I got another rush of adrenaline or something, because I didn't go to bed till like 5 a.m. I was just up. I couldn't. I tried to close my eyes. I took melatonin. I did everything I could, but I didn't want to go to sleep. I was kind of just replaying stuff that went in that game, and I'm a little critical of myself too. After I pitch, I kind of go back and think about what I could have done better in certain situations and stuff like that. So that's probably what kept me up the most. But yeah, I don't know about some of the other guys, but yeah, it's hard going to sleep after a game right after, because everybody has all the adrenaline rushing, and you say you're tired during the game, but you're not really tired.
Yeah, especially when you get a win, it's hard to come back to the hotel and go right to bed as if nothing happened.
Right.
The biggest thing I'm curious about too is because you talked about the transfer and you coming into UT. What was the biggest adjustment that you personally had to make this success happen from last year? What was the change that you had to make?
My mentality, for sure. When I was at Georgia Southern, I was timid when I was facing hitters, just because it was my first year in college. I didn't know what to expect and stuff. And so coming into the SEC, I knew I was going to face better hitters. And so I was like, all right, something's got to change. And so I just kind of adapted the mentality of, here it is. I've said this multiple times. Here it is. You can't hit it. That's not me being cocky. That's just me being confident in my stuff and stuff like that. But yeah, I'd have to say my mentality is the one thing that I changed the most since I've been here.
That's a big thing with young guys, especially coming out of high school. You gotta be confident and cocky. Right. You gotta kind of toe that line when you're up there on the mound, when you're facing great lineups. So switch gears a little bit. I saw on the bio occasionally golf. Have you gotten a chance to golf in Knoxville? And then what's your favorite place to golf if you have?
I actually haven't got the chance to golf in Knoxville, but I come from Augusta, so the Augusta National and stuff. But it's hard to get on there. So the place my favorite place I've golfed at is Champions Retreat, and that's just because I work there, and it's a super private golf course, and the women's amateur is held there until they go to the Masters, and so it's pretty cool to golf out there. It's really nice, right along the river. It's humongous. There's 3 courses. Yeah, it's really nice out there.
So I'll be calling them and name dropping you to get a tee time.
Yeah, I don't know if they remember me though.
That sounds like their problem.
Yeah,
for sure. Chase, just last question. It's been fun to watch what you've done personally and what you guys have done all year. you've gotten a longer week here coming into the regionals. You're going on Saturday, which is a little bit different.
Right.
What's been the preparation for this week? Has that changed? Have any of your days been extended as far as like a short box or a short pin? What's been that process leading up to Saturday?
So nothing has really changed other than I get an extra day's rest. So that kind of benefits me more than anything. I have a little routine that I go through every week that, my running's planned out, my lifting's planned out, my throwing's planned out and stuff like that. So I just kind of duplicated one day, just kind of keep the tax on my body kind of light. And so I threw a bullpen yesterday actually. And, I kept it a little shorter just cause I was a little sore still. So I didn't want to really push it because I knew this weekend was going to be huge for it. So I kept it a little short, but other than that, everything's the same. My lifting's the same, all power based and stuff like that. So
awesome.
So Chase, earlier this year, Pitching Ninja had started giving you a whole bunch of love for good reason too. Obviously, I'm sure you've seen it, but he did some overlays with you and Jacob deGrom.
Yeah.
Nearly identical deliveries. Would you say that you modeled your delivery after deGrom, or was that something that just came naturally?
That's something that just came naturally. I love watching deGrom. He's definitely my favorite pitcher that I've ever watched. I watched him before he even was throwing 100 consistently. And but yeah, it just kind of happened. I never really knew what was going on until I saw the overlay, and I was like, holy crap. It's pretty similar in my opinion. But obviously other people are going to have different opinions and stuff like that. But yeah, I just kind of do what I do. I keep my body in athletic positions and stuff like that. And I'm just able to use my lower half to fuel my arm. And that's just kind of what I've been able to do and what I've learned to do since I got here, to be honest.
Nice. So, some quick questions too, just to fire off. If you had to face any batter, and of all time, who's your pick that you're going to try to gas down?
Of all time, like
all time, doesn't matter. Pick any era, brother. Whoever you think.
I'm gonna go Barry Bonds, just because I think it'd be sick to face.
Good Barry or different Barry?
No, the good Barry. I think it'd be pretty cool. Yeah, something may go wrong, but it'd be cool to say I faced Barry Bonds.
I'd say you got a pretty good shot, man. So obviously you said you're from the Augusta area, down there in Evans. That's kind of a unique spot. A lot of schools surrounding that area. What was your favorite college or university growing up?
Favorite college or university growing up? Growing up, I was a little bit of a Georgia fan, if I'm being honest with you. But as I got older, I didn't really care about college or anything like that, college sports, I should say. I definitely wanted to go to college, but I didn't really pay attention that much. I just kind of did my own thing, and I never really watched TV as much as normal kids do. I was more of an outside kid, which is not something you really see anymore. But yeah, I didn't really pay attention to any of that. When I was younger, I'd have to say Georgia though.
That was Kirby's too. So we are getting a lot of Georgia guys, but
yeah,
we don't hold that against you since you're mowing them down for us. So now, what are you getting your degree in?
My degree is in. It just went through my mind. Oh my Lord!
It's all right. It took me a while.
There it goes.
It's in baseball.
Yeah, there you go. It's so my degree is in therapeutic recreation, which is kind of like the PT OT kind of area. But I think what I want to do with it is, if hopefully baseball works out and stuff like that, but you always have to plan B. Is be a chiropractor. That's kind of what I've wanted to do for a while.
Nice. Well, that was actually my follow-up. So good looking ahead, brother.
Oh yeah, I kind of figured.
So, growing up, then it sounds like it's probably golf. But is golf your favorite sport outside of baseball?
Yeah, I'd have to say, other than maybe football, but I never really played any of those sports growing up.
Nice. And then the coolest moment in baseball that you've ever experienced up to this point?
Coolest moment in baseball.
Most really meaningful, whatever. Take it out.
I haven't really experienced much. The only thing I would say is probably throwing a no-hitter in high school, or I guess like in a big situation, or winning the SEC championship with all the guys. That's probably one of the bigger things I've ever experienced.
That's pretty cool. Well, you had a chance at a no-no, and we're not supposed to talk about it. So, I guess that's the other thing too. When these guys are putting up so many runs, they kind of take it away from you.
Yeah, for sure. I was a little frustrated at first, but I was like, we're up by 20 runs. There's no point for me to be in anymore.
Oh, that's hilarious. So then as well, summer collegiate ball. Obviously, you put a lot of work on your arm. Are you going to go anywhere to try to get some innings in and stay fresh, or are you just going to take some rest, focus on rehab, and doing your own thing, working out?
If I'm being honest, I really haven't thought about all that yet. I'm signed to go to the Cape as of right now, but I'm hoping Team USA calls or something. That'd be pretty cool. That I've always said that'd be pretty cool if anything does happen. But it all depends on how many innings I end with, to be honest with you. I think if I get close to that 100 inning mark, I'm probably going to shut it down and just kind of take some rest. And obviously, if Team USA calls, I could change it. But I think as of right now, if I get close to the 100 inning mark, I'll probably shut it down.
Yeah, no, that definitely makes sense. Do you get to talk to Gilly and them about their experience with Team USA last year?
Yeah. I've talked to Gilby and Blade about it a good bit, and they both said it's an awesome experience. Obviously, they didn't really get to do anything just because of COVID.
Right.
But yeah,
makes sense. Flem, you got anything else?
I mean, who do you want to see Saturday? You want to see Campbell, or do you want to see Georgia Tech on the other side of the dugout?
Being a little selfish, I want to see Georgia Tech.
There you go.
Just because, they're from Georgia, from Atlanta area. I know them pretty well. But, either one of them, they can both rake. So it's going to be a fun game for sure.
Awesome. Well, I just want to, say it's been awesome to get to see you from the stands, and you're having a great season. Keep the nose at the grindstone, and looking forward to a repeat next year.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. Then I got two last things here. First, would you mind giving a quick shout out to Melanie? She's one of the girls that asked about the hair regimen you got. It's actually her 30th birthday today.
Wow. Happy birthday, Melanie.
There you go. She's going to love that, man. So she'll swoon over that. Appreciate you doing that.
Tell her to keep it all natural. Keep it all natural.
Yeah, for sure. And then lastly, we got to ask everybody. I know we got to talk to you earlier in the year about it, but what's the favorite flavor sunflower seeds, man?
My favorite flavor was what's it called? Sweet and spicy from the David sunflower seeds. But now it's the Hatch chili from the Chinook Cedar.
There you go. I was gonna say Kirby better be sharing all of those. I try to bring as much as I can.
That one is
the best one.
It tastes just like queso to me.
Yeah, nice. Well, we're gonna be doing a tailgate on Saturday outside. I'll try to get there a little early. If you need some, I'll run some down there for you.
Let's do it.
All right, sounds good, bud. I'll holler at you. Chase, man, it's been awesome catching up with you, man. Awesome talking some ball. Wish you the best of luck. Definitely a class act guy. You've just been a joy to watch. We know you got really bright things in your future. Definitely would love to chat some ball with you again. Hopefully, after you bring home the title, knock on wood. Y'all take it easy, rest up. Everybody, thank you so much for joining. Be sure to like, subscribe, reach out to us, follow us on Twitter and Instagram. Look forward to bringing you guys more content.
Appreciate you guys.
Thanks, Chase.
Chase, have a good one. Good luck, buddy.
Thank you, guys.